we've got Harry Potter race swap Snape. All right, that's not freaking surprising at all. Who here, by a raise of hands, is a Harry Potter fan? Oh, good. Okay, good. The majority of the people here. All right, I'm going to start with Dutch since he's right below me on the roster here. Talk to me, man. What's the word?
I'm a fan through my daughter. I haven't like read all the books yet or anything like that, but I've seen all the movies, and I really enjoyed watching my daughter be a little nerd when it comes to Harry Potter world. You know, I've said it before. Harry Potter to her is like what Star Wars was to me. So now she gets to go through all the nonsense of them ruining her childhood, and with this new series. I don't know, this thing with Snape, it seems unnecessary and silly, and I'm not quite sure if I believe it all quite yet, because I believe J.K. Rowling is involved. But she agrees with us on some things, but she's still a huge leftist SJW out there when it comes to most of the things that are in that world. So it's not going to shock me or surprise me if they do a few race swaps with this show that they're putting together. I don't want to see it. I think they should stick to the source material. There's pictures of Snape out there that the lady drew herself, and they look just like the character from the movies. So are they going to change some things? I guarantee you they probably will, and it would not shock me or surprise me if this happens. So
I just really want to see like a gay trans Harry Potter, like Harrietta Potter.
Yeah,
that's what we need. We need as much representation as possible.
Sure,
in our media, especially when we're referring to children that are wizards.
Mm-hmm.
We need as much representation as possible.
I mean, I don't really have a stake in this fight because it's just not my thing. But it's going to be interesting to see how this generation, this world of Harry Potter freaks handle this, because I feel like it's going to be very similar to how we dealt with Star Wars when George sold it and Disney ruined it. And it's probably going to be a Harry Potter fandom menace going to pop up on Twitter pretty soon. It's going to be wild. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to create a whole new cottage industry of YouTube.
Yeah, there's going to be like a whole like my kids are going to start YouTube channels about Harry Potter. Yeah, I gotta say though, like, if the guy is a good actor, like people might complain about it right now, but if the guy does a good job, then it will quickly soften the blow enough to forget.
Sure.
Yeah, look, I remember when people were pissed that that Daniel Craig's James Bond was going to be blonde and not brunette. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like there's a certain point where it's like, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so this doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't even know who I called him Snipes when I first got in here, and Kate was just like, it's Snape, and I'm like, oh, okay, sorry.
Dude, the Harry Potter thing, when everyone was like, hey, they might race swap James Bond and Idris Elba might play it. I'm like, cool, as long as it's not a woman.
It's gotta be a dude.
As long as it's not a woman, I don't care.
Idris Elba would be dope.
Keanu, totally, right?
Yeah. Keanu, I'd love to get your opinion on the Harry Potter on the Snapes thing. Talk to me.
This doesn't bother me at all because, listen, again, I think I said this earlier. Nostalgia is dangerous. If we're so invested in it being the exact same as it was, what we grew up with, we just simply wouldn't remake it. If we were going to make Snape an actor that wasn't deceased, his name is Alan Rickman, Alan Rickman. You choose Adam Driver, but maybe he's busy, and obviously it's HBO. It's an HBO. This man must be an incredible actor, and it might be interesting to see how he does with the role. I'm not like, this is going to ruin it because they picked a black guy. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. As long as
they also got to remember this is going to be like a 10-year long commitment to these people that they signed to these roles.
Right.
They're doing the whole thing. And,
if it's good.
Yeah.
If it's not good and if it's not received, it'll be a 1-season commitment. That's for sure.
Well, it's Harry Potter. That's not going to happen.
I'm all for it. I'm excited to see.
Remember Fantastic Beast? We don't see any more of those, do we?
Well, they only made 4 of them. So
did they make 4 of those?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm taking that back. I thought they made 2.
Or was it 3?
I don't know.
I think there's 4.
But
I don't know.
What happened with, because that was around the time that Johnny Depp was in court with Amber Heard, and they got rid of him and replaced him with somebody else in like the third movie or something.
Yeah, they made 3. 4 is being discussed.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Odin.
I mean, I'm wrong though. You're right. Yeah.
I doubt that it'll get made, but yeah.
Odin, do you think this will ruin the TV adaptation of Harry Potter?
I wouldn't say that it would ruin it. It really comes down to the actor. I mean, we've seen this happen before, where someone who doesn't seem to fit the part is able to win hearts and minds because their performance is just that good. I don't necessarily think that the chances of that are likely for this, because I just don't really know the actor that well, and his past history doesn't really seem to indicate that this would be the kind of role for him. But I think the big thing is, of course, this is just a rumor. This is just speculation, and we see this happen a lot, where these companies will just drop names here or there, will drop leaks just to test the waters, and just to also sometimes they do it just to find their holes, right? Just to find the people that are leaking information. So I think that would probably be a higher chance of that being the case than this being an actual legitimate casting decision. But we know that's going to happen. We know that there's going to be at least one, probably more than one character that is traditionally understood to be a white character who's going to be race swapped in some way. The big question for me is, are they going to choose an actor that might actually fit the part and might actually, be able to win those hearts and minds over? That still remains to be seen at this point.
They're gonna get. They're gonna get rid of the redheads first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've already done that.
Yeah, Hollywood's already
Hermione's in trouble.
Yeah, they Hollywood hates redheads for some reason. It's
Yeah,
so
they do.
crazy. It's weird. I don't know. As a non Harry Potter fan, this doesn't bother me. It just really depends on how it's going to be. I'm going to be coming into the Harry Potter universe through this show, basically. I don't care about the old movies. I don't like kids in movies, so immediately I'm like, it's not for me. The show, if I'm being forced to watch it for the Salty Nerd podcast show, or if we're going to review it or something, I'll probably check it out. But that's going to be my introduction to Harry Potter. So, I mean, there's probably going to be a number of cast.
The movies are great. I love the movies. I don't dislike
it was so
any
exciting.
of them.
I think I was like the age of like Daniel Radcliffe, like just each one coming out each year. It was so exciting. You kind of like grew up with them.
Right.
Like me and my brother like sort of grew up with them. I only read the fourth book.
And that's why I really enjoyed those movies with my daughter, because she was the exact same age as those kids.
Yeah.
Growing up through the thing, and she read every book, with every movie. Every year we went and watched the new movie on my wife's birthday. It was my daughter's present to my wife. Every year we had to go watch a stupid Harry Potter movie, which my wife was like, "Oh, watch another dumb Harry Potter movie." But okay, let's go. Let's have fun.
Same thing,
but
right.
yeah, it was super fun, and I loved doing it with her. And
So, but again, there's remakes for a not that the past was bad, but no, let's open it up to a new audience. I'm excited.
But what the Harry Potter fandom is going through is what a Star Wars fandom. One of the biggest controversies out there is Disney going to remake the original trilogy, and all of us old school fans, at least most of the ones I know, we're like, they better not touch it. They better not recast Luke Skywalker and all those people. But the longer it goes now, the more, Mark Hamill opens his mouth. I'm kind of like all for it. Let's replace it.
Yeah.
But I don't, we're like, please don't touch those movies, and I'm kind of wondering how Harry Potter fans are feeling about them redoing those movies, but in series form on HBO. So, it'll be really interesting to see how that all goes down to me.
Yeah.
So,
I'm excited for it.